Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and that's an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're on Sand River Assault, and this is the attacking team. And the name of the commander of this tank is Eclogitoris. Now, quite what the meaning of that name is, I have absolutely no idea, but rather than get my words mixed up and jumbled and say something that I'd rather I wouldn't, I think I'll just call him Eclo from now on. That seems a much easier way of avoiding anything unfortunate. Right, and they're off. Now, as you know, the M44 has got a 155mm howitzer on it. Quite a powerful little Arty. You might say it's Bert's bigger brother, in that it has almost as much power and as reach as the Bert, and speed as well. It's built on a modified M41 chassis. And it's a firm favourite amongst many Arty players because the sheer firepower that this thing can put out is phenomenal. Right, first target, 01 experimental. Should be an easy hit. Rounds out. Splash next to it, I think. And he's relocated just a little. Yeah, he did hit it, or rather he splashed it. It's lost some health. Okay, he's going to go for another shot on it. Rounds out. Oh, that was a lovely estimation. The shell went straight into the OI and caught him mid-movement. So he's obviously hurting right now. Okay, but we've lost sight of him temporarily. The spots are actually coming from these tanks that are actually on the ridgeline. They're popping up and down, locating where the enemy are. Now, getting this ARL is going to be very difficult. That T-34 has taken a huge risk and paid for it. And that shell sounded like it actually bounced off the ARL-44. There was a twang as it hit, but they lost the T-34 in the process. It was taken out by the ARL. Oh, that was a really lovely shot there into the Death Toaster. In fact, these whenever a TD sits on this mount here, it makes itself totally vulnerable to Arty, and really it's a very dangerous position to occupy when there's a tank nearby to spot. And he gets a lovely hit there. It was a splash hit into the Tiger 1, which was tracked by the next shot that came in from somebody else. So he's picked up a little stun assist, 275 hit points, and he's almost reloaded, so he'll be able to get another shot out. It is. Okay. And another direct hit, and it's tracked the Tiger 1 again. Now, there is a GW Panther on his team. And yes, the GW Panther has hit as well. And yep, there's more hits going in there. So he's picking up stun assist. And that one bounces off the rock. So we don't know if the Tiger's still there or if it's pulled away. The other Arty on his team is an AMX-13F3. And they're pretty good. Fairly accurate with a 155mm howitzer as well, so they can do a lot of damage. They've just got a longer reload cycle. The M44 can fire a shot every 15 seconds or thereabouts, about 16 seconds in total, with a good crew, and that can do a lot of damage to the enemy team. It's not impossible to get Confederate after Confederate with this Arty. Okay, overshot on that M4. He just didn't estimate that it was going to move. Okay, another round coming in. I think that was from the GW that time. He's loaded, ready to shoot, but he needs to see a target. Okay, they've got 6 minutes left on the clock to get the assault completed. Okay, he's firing around into that Tiger 1. He's lost a lot of his health, and he takes it out. 174 hit points, and he kills the Tiger 1, and he's relocating. There is enemy close by. T-71 has made it up into the dune area on the north side of the river, so he's now in danger, but he's going to fire around into this M4, and he gets a lovely strike, and he gets a fire, and he's taken out the M4. He burnt it to death. But that T-71 is coming up. And there are teammates here that can deal with the T-71 and fend it off. But Eco's decided that Eclo has decided the better thing he can do is to move. And he's now taking a position on the pass. And you can see the T-71 from here. Let's just hope the T-71 can't see him. He fires a round in, but it overshoots. He did wait for the T-71 to be coming towards him or away from him before he shot, but unfortunately he just misjudged it. He's decided to go the other side just in case the enemy did see him, but he can also get a shot in on this Panzer IVH, which has suddenly appeared on the west flank. Okay, he's dialing in the aim. Rounds out. Oh, it landed in front, quite some way in front actually. And he's lost his teammate as well, so he's going to lose sight of that Panzer IVH any second. The T-71 is very close now. He may have to shotgun this T-71 if he comes up over that rise. And the M44 is particularly good at shotgunning. There it is. Waiting for it to appear, and he shotguns it. 586 hit points with a lovely manual shotgun there. Didn't even have to auto aim. He just put the shell in, but unfortunately he's been hit by the enemy Arty and by the T-34 on the enemy side, who've come a long way north. Okay, now he's decided to get into cover. He's waiting for this Panzer IVH to come up towards him, and then he's going to shotgun them. Lines up the shot. And he shotguns the Panzer IVH, but it's not enough to kill him. Is he going to ram kill him? Yes, he does. Very well done. He's lost a lot of health in the process, but he's certainly killed off the Panzer IVH, and that's a major benefit. But now this T-34 is coming up to try and get him, and he shotguns them as well. 79 hit points. That's his 6th kill. He's got a Top Gun now by shotgunning 3 of the enemy. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Now he's going to have to get into cover. He's the enemy are mostly it's just basically the 3 Arty and a tank destroyer. Tank destroyer's been killed, which means it's now just the enemy Arty, and if he can move south and get close enough, he can do damage to those Arty once they've been spotted. They also need to get people into the cap. There's only 3 minutes left, or less than 3 minutes. They know where the Arty are. They can see the Hummel. They can see the GW. They're still in the corner. He's indicating the Hummel. He's zeroing his aim. The M44 is a very accurate Arty. And that shot goes in, but it doesn't kill the Hummel. The GW has been hit, but again, he's still got some of his health left. Now, which one's he going to go for? He's going to go for the Hummel again? I think so. Round out. He'll splash it. And he kills it with a splash kill. Okay, he's going for the GW. There's somebody in the cap right now. That GW is going to be trying to reset the cap. Don't know where the other Arty is, but he can kill this Arty right now. Rounds out. And he gets it. He kills the GW. That's his 8th kill. He's got a Radley Walters out of this. There's only 1 enemy Arty left. The T-29 appears to be making his way to the cap as quickly as he can. There's 1 minute 48 on the clock. There's only 42 seconds left to complete the assault. They all need to get in the cap as quickly as possible to leave the enemy Arty and quickly get into the cap to complete it. There's the enemy Arty. The AMX has been spotted, and he's making his way to the cap to try and reset it. Now, Eclo needs to get around into this AMX to stop him. Lining up the shots. Difficult one. Rounds out. He does hit he splashes the AMX. It's been stunned. Is that going to be enough? I think it is. Clock's almost run down. And he's done it. They've captured the cap. The AMX was not able to do it in time. He's reloaded now. But it's too late to fire. He would have had that last kill. He would have got 9th kill. But it wasn't necessary. They won the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Wow, that was a hectic one. It's an ace tanker for Eclogitoris in the M44. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, module damages or crew incapacitations. He got an arsonist because he set fire to that M4 and it burned until it blew up. He got a duelist because he damaged 2 enemies who fired on him. That was the T-34 and the Panzer IV-H. And he killed both of them. He got a Gore's Medal. He scored more than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a Radley Walters for killing at least 8 of the enemy. A high caliber for doing the most damage, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. And of course he got the Top Gun for killing at least 6 of the enemy. If we look at the scores, we can see that he came top on damage with 2,700 and I think it's at 9 notes, an 86. I'm going blind in my old age. He managed to get 8 kills, which is 4 times the number that the nearest teammate got. He also received 1,333 base XP, which is much more than the next highest member of his team. He fired 19 rounds, got 8 direct hits, 8 penetration, 8 splash. Did damage of 2,786 hit points, of which 1,895 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, he did a lot of shotguns during that battle. He did at least, well, he did 3. He did the T-34, he did the Panzer IV-H, and he did the T-71. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration, but he also received a hit as a result of splash damage too. He damaged 10 enemy vehicles, destroyed 8 of them. He also did damage assistance of 600 hit points and stun assistance of 275 hit points caused by 10 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 55,773 credits. After repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he takes away 21,380 credits, which is respectable. He earned 2,000 experience points, but he had a personal reserves bonus of 2,000 as well, so he took away 4,000 experience points in total. So well done, Eclogitoris. Oh, it's what a mouthful that name is. That was a great battle. Look at that haul of medals. That is wonderful. And it was very hectic towards the end because at any moment that AMX might have been able to get a reset and by shotgunning both of the tanks in the cap. But you did a sterling job in stopping the AMX in his tracks and preventing your teammates from being hit by him. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I will see you in the next replay.